When you look at the macronutrients in terms of the carbohydrates, we have 32 grams per serving. We have multi-source carbohydrates, which is consistent to our philosophy. We've added the waxy maize or amylopectin, and we've added maltodextrin, and we've added, fructose and dextrose. So really kind of a multi-source based on the ACM philosophy in terms of replenishing carbohydrates in kind of from the high molecular weight all the way to the lower molecular weight carbohydrates. In terms of the protein, again, we've added the WPC and WPI, so kind of a blending of those two carbohydrates. The WPI will process a little quicker, but because of taste profile and the benefits of the WPC, of adding that into the protein part, which provides 28 grams of protein per serving, which is 56% daily value. You see a kind of complete profile of the B complex, which are cofactors in biochemistry, and providing at least 100% daily value of those, and some of the key minerals and electrolytes like calcium, phosphorus, of course magnesium. Now the magnesium chelate glycinate is this patented chelate from Albion, another patented ingredient that is a chelate between magnesium and glycine, a very, very efficient form of magnesium, which personally, magnesium is one of the most fascinating and interesting trace minerals in sports nutrition and also in anabolism, because it's involved in so many key enzymatic reactions in the synthesis of all biochemical constituents, along with copper, manganese, chromium to kind of further stimulate the GLUT4 activator and chloride. Looking at the blends, the A.R.M. heat shock protein, we primarily have added the glutamatrix, the tripeptide of the glutamine peptides that you find in the glutamatrix. So we essentially have a glutamatrix product in A.R.M. And also the research on bilberry, which you can see is an extract that's standardized to 5% anthocyanosides. We have schizandra, which is standard. It's a berry which is standardized to 2% schizandrins. Rhodiola, which contains 3% total rosavins and a minimum of 1% saladronicides, and the peona root, which contains 10% peonaflorins. Now, why this is included in the label is to give the consumer the understanding that these are highly standardized compounds. We don't just add powders, which the consumer would not know the value and the benefit. And of course, these herbs are far more expensive than just putting in an extract without the information on the standardization. So, we do disclose this in our formulation so that you really understand the level of quality and also purity in these herbs, this area of standardization that we've talked about in previous calls, to actually indicate what these are standardized to in terms of the bioactive constituents. So very important to provide this for your customers. In the mTOR blend, we have leucine, which is probably the most fascinating amino acid in the group of the branch chain. You can see a complete BCAA complex with citrulline, and we've also added the Cx3 blend in the formula. So you do have Cx3 in this formula, the CreaPure, the Creatine MagnaPower, and also the Creatine Pyruvate. And lastly, in the GLUT4, the banaba leaf, which is standardized to contain 1% cortisolic acid, as I mentioned, and the promoline. So these herbs, these primarily herbs and amino acids, have been shown in the research to actually stimulate these three key areas of protein synthesis. In my opinion, just a super cool scientific product that really gets down to the essence of science in terms of recovery. Being the authority of sports nutrition, we're really talking now at the gene level in terms of this. So very interesting formula.